Hi there, this is Linda from Let's Talk Prepping, and things are getting really bad out there. They are not getting any better anytime soon. We're at the breaking point, so be prepared and ready for anything, because it all seems to be happening now. Let me ask you, are we beyond the point of no return? Now that Biden has banned Russian oil, prices will increase much more rapidly and go much, much higher. Even if we could open the pipelines and pump oil, it will take at least 6 months to get it online, and we're talking about fall at the earliest. But of course, we're not going to open the pipelines. The rate at which prices of everything are increasing is mind-boggling. Global chaos is a certainty. Corn and soybean farmer warns Americans that the average grocery bill could increase by $1,000 a month. He says, if you are upset that gas is up $1 or $2, wait until your grocery bill is up $1,000 a month. And it might not just manifest itself in terms of price. It would be quantity as well. Empty shelf syndrome may be starting. I like that. I think it's a good name, and I think it's already here, empty shelf syndrome. So, buy real things. The system is breaking apart. U.S. crude oil surges to a 13-year high of $130 a barrel. Global chaos is coming, if not here already. Europe races for food shortages. Buy real things. The system is breaking apart. I did want to read this to you. This is from Natural News, and it's March 7th, 2022. Global crop collapse now a certainty. Widespread famine to plague planet Earth from 2022 to 2024. I think that's being optimistic. I think it's going to last more than 2024. It is set in motion and cannot be stopped. A convergence of horrifying events have set into motion an irreversible collapse of food production and crop harvests that will lead to global famine all the way through 2024. These events cannot be stopped for the simple reason that plants take time to grow. You can't create crops instantly, and if they don't get planted or they get destroyed, there is no instant replacement. And moving down here a little bit, farmers are now reporting roughly a 300% increase in the cost to produce crops such as wheat. Now, that's due to fertilizer and seed, but the cost of fuel now is going up. This was on March 7th. Today's March 8th. The price of fuel has gone way up, so I'm sure it's going to be more than a 300% increase. Sadly, it looks like diesel fuel is headed to $6 a gallon, and that's going to put a severe upward pressure on food prices across the board. Fertilizer costs have tripled, and fertilizer supply is growing scarce. Extreme food scarcity to become apparent at the retail level this summer. There is a delay time between crop yield collapse and food scarcity at the retail grocery store. Right now in March, we're eating the winter harvests of wheat. By late summer, we will be depending on wheat from the spring wheat crops around the world, and those crops just aren't getting planted at any level necessary to feed the world. They are calling it a wheat apocalypse. The wheat outlook is grim all over the world. By this summer, food shelves are going to look frighteningly empty across America, Canada, and Western Europe. The upshot of all this is that food shelves are going to look downright frightening in 2022, and for the shelves that actually have food, it's going to cost perhaps twice as much. Some items might see prices triple. Shockingly, food basics are going to require a larger and larger percentage of workers' paycheck, taking away their ability to pay for fuel or to purchase clothing and housing. The net result is going to be global uprisings and social unrest on a scale we've never seen before. It doesn't mean that every city will collapse into instant chaos, but food scarcity, food inflation, and energy inflation will create conditions of extreme poverty and desperation among the population. So my advice to all of you is to start prepping now and continue prepping. If you haven't been prepping, to just prep like you've never prepped before. Get your food, get it stored. This is going to be the cheapest it's going to be in a long time, and it might not be available in the near future. Get things you need in order to live. Things are snowballing. And before I close, I'd like to recommend some other prepper channels. We need to support one another. We all have a slightly different take on things. So let me mention the Organized Pineapple. I mentioned her before. Gun Girl Prepper, I've mentioned her a couple of times. Moments with Us, I've mentioned her before. And a new one here, Hawaiian Preppers Network 808. Hawaii Preppers Network 808. So please support these channels. I put the links to them in the description below. Please subscribe, comment, and like the video and support all of these channels. Thank you so much for watching.